Hi, my dear children. A pleasant day to you. My dear students, this week we will study our supplementary reader, The Co and the. This is the fourth chapter of your supplementary reader, The Alien Hand. The cop. Cop means it is the American term for a policeman. And this interesting story is written by O. Henry. This is very interesting because a young man who tried many times to get caught by a policeman and get inside a prison but failed all his attempts, and finally by chance he is get caught by the policeman and get prisoned. Okay, so let us go through the chapter. Before you read, have you ever found yourself in a situation in which what happened was the opposite of what you expected? You are planning something, expecting something will be happening, but what is happening is the opposite of your expecting. Have you any such experiences? If so, you are familiar with the irony of the situation, which is often embarrassing. The story that you are going to read has a number of such situations. And the important points of the story. So P is a homeless, jobless man. Winter is fast approaching and Soapy must have a place to stay. Soapy comes to a decision at last. So this is happening in America. In America, the winter is very cold and people all over America has to prepare themselves to receive the winter cold. They have to buy woolen clothes, just like coats and boots, and so they have to prepare themselves to receive the winter cold. But here is a person who is Mr. Soapy. He is a homeless, jobless man. He is wandering here and there, and he has no problem to cope up with the summer situation, summer climate. But during the winter climate, he wants a safe place to rest in. Let's go to the lesson. Soapy moved restlessly on his seat in Madison Square. Madison Square is a place in America. There are certain signs to show that winter is coming. Birds begin to fly south. People want new warm coats, and Soapy moves restlessly on his seat in the park. When you see these signs, you know that winter is near. So, birds fly to south. That means the southern area there, that's not much winter. So, birds are flying to south. Leaves are falling. These are the signs of the arrival of winter. So where is Soapy sitting? Soapy is sitting in the park. A dead leaf fell at Soapy's feet. That was a special sign for him that winter was coming. It was time for all who lived in Madison Square to prepare. So the people who all living in Madison Square has to prepare themselves to face the extreme cold. Soapy's mind now realized that fact. The time had come. He had to find some way to take care of himself during the cold weather, and therefore he moved restlessly on his seat. So he has no home, that already told. So how can he spend the coming winter cold days? So he is thinking in his mind. Soapy's hopes for the winter were not very high. He has not much high dreams for facing his winter days. He was not thinking of sailing away on a ship to southern places. He was not thinking of southern skies or of the Bay of Naples. These are the warmer places normally rich people prefer to go. in the prison on Blackwell's Island was what he wanted. What he wanted was to spend his winter days in the Blackwell's Island. It is the name of a prison. 3 months of food every day and a bed every night. 3 months of safe from the cold north wind and safe from cops. This is what Soapy wanted most in the world. So what Soapy wanted most in the world? He wanted meals every day, a bed every night, and keep away from the extreme cold, extreme winds, and from the questioning of the cops, policemen. For years, Blackwell's Island had been his winter home. Richer New Yorkers made their plans to go to Florida or to the shore of the Mediterranean Sea each winter. Soapy made his small plans for going to the island. So, for many years, he has been to Blackwell's Island to spend his winter days. Richer New Yorkers normally prefer to go to Florida or to the shore of the Mediterranean Sea, while Soapy has very small dreams. He only wanted to get inside the Blackwell's Island, that is the prison. And now the time had come. 3 big newspapers, some under his coat and some over his legs, had not kept him warm during the night in the park. So he is spending his cold night in the park. He has only 3 newspapers to cover his body to escape from the extreme cold. So, Soapy was thinking of the island. There were places in the city where he could go and ask for food and a bed. These would be given to him. He could move from one building to another and would be taken care of through the winter. But he liked Blackwell's Islands better. So, he could get a place to rest in and he could get meals from others, but he only wanted to go to the island. Soapy's spirit was proud. If he went to any of these places, there were certain things he had to do in one way or another. So, if he prefer these buildings or if he get anybody's help, he has to do certain things. What are these things? He would have to pay for what they gave him. They would not ask him for money, but they would make him wash his whole body. They would make him answer questions. They would want to know everything about his life. So, sometimes they may ask money. But if he will not give money, they will not ask money. They will ask him to wash their bodies. And also, they will ask many questions about his personal matters. So, he don't want to reveal about his personal life. No, prison was better than that. So, telling all these things to these such people, more than that, better is to stay in the prison. The prison had rules that he would have to follow. But in a prison, a gentleman's own life was still his own life. Soapy, having decided to go to the island, at once began to move towards his desire. So, if a person who is arrested and kept in a prison is a gentleman, he will have so much hurts from the police. He will be a gentleman himself. So, he decided to go to the island. At once began to move towards his desire. He is planning how can make his desires come true.